Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Thomas. I'm a medical intuitive, energy healer, and transformational expert with Radiant Living and radiantlivinghLC.com. And today it is Tip Tuesday. We are talking all things manifestation, right? How do we bring that all in? It's going to be and I have a few tips for you guys. So, welcome everybody. So happy that you're here. So, first things first, right? When we talk about manifestation, right? And abundance. I want you all to really understand that everything is energy. We're all energy. Everything in this world is made of energy. And when we can sort of get in tune with that, right, it makes things a little bit easier, right? So, first things first, right? Abundance and manifestation, right? Like, how do we all bring that in? How do we bring in more abundance? How do we create more magic in our lives, right? Well, first, manifestation is a process, right? And to understand that you are constantly manifesting things in your daily life. Every minute of every moment, the choices you make, the thoughts you have, the words you say, the actions that you take, that is manifesting your reality, right? Everything that you say and do is creating your reality, right? And that sort of sounds kind of simple, right? But it's true, right? When we aren't even paying attention to the beliefs, to the thoughts, to the words, right? When you look in the mirror and you're like, gosh, I look fat, or gosh, today's going to be a crappy day. When you put that out there, not even thinking about it, it's creating your reality. You're putting that out into the world because, again, when it comes to manifestation, right, and the law of attraction, what we put out is what we get back, right? So I want to also kind of remind you when it comes to manifesting that, like, again, it's kind of a process, right? There's a lot of different, I don't want to say steps because sometimes we can manifest things instantly, right? Like when you need help, if you're in an emergency, sometimes all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I just got help like immediately, right? Because spirit and the universe is always trying to help you. They're always there to give you exactly what you need in divine timing, right? That's why sometimes, again, when you're having an emergency, right? You're broken down on the side of the road and suddenly a truck shows up that you didn't even call for. And you're like, oh my God, that's amazing, right? Other times, things that we are trying to build in our lives, things that we're trying to create in our lives, takes a little bit longer, right? And that's because we're all interconnected, right? Every person on this planet, right? We're all interconnected. And sometimes when we're trying to bring in something from a manifestation point of view, like sometimes there has to be some finagling behind the scenes to make everything all line up for you, right? There's certain people that need to enter your life, certain classes, right? Or maybe you need to even like it may even be a move somewhere in order to like bring this change or manifestation about, right? So sometimes things that we want in this life, right? It's not an instant gratification. Sometimes it's just because there's a lot of other things that the universe, right, needs to sort of get involved in putting the right people in your energy field, right? And it's all about our choices that we make every single day, right? It's that butterfly effect. So the choices that we make today affect things in our future, right? So, but knowing that, like, when you're truly ready for what it is that you need in your life, that maybe you're trying to bring in, it will show up in divine timing and in the perfect packaging, right? But also, and yeah, so the funny thing about that is that sometimes we make choices, like we shift. Right? The universe is like, oh, wait, you changed your mind. I got to go over here and do something else now. Right? So being very clear on what it is that you want in this world, what you want to bring in, right? Clarity, right, is very important. And how do you get clear? How do you really figure out what you want? And how do you get all the dumb roadblocks that you throw up in front of yourself? How do you get them out of the way? One is honesty, right? When we are very, and I don't want to say brutally, but kind of brutally honest with ourselves, when we see our beliefs, when we see all the crappy bags that we carry around, right? When we see those, right? All of the trauma, all of the wounds that we carry with us that are tripping us up. But when you can get clear and go, oh my God, I see that now. I see that. Because you are constantly manifesting, like I said before. And so when you can clear and figure out, oh my God, I have this dumbass belief around money, or I have this dumbass belief about being a leader, or something about success, or that I'm doomed to be living paycheck to paycheck. Those are beliefs that we carry with us, and they can come from infinite places, right? Inner child work, right? Sometimes it's beliefs from our parents. Sometimes it's generational beliefs, right? But when we can get clear and go, oh my God, I believe this. Why do I believe this? And we can shift them and retell our story, right? That's when we can get some of those roadblocks out of the way that we're trying to manifest. But you really do need to examine you need to examine. And introspection is not fun sometimes, right? Who wants to look at all those dark, icky places, right? Healing is a journey, right? But know that like you need to be able to see yourself as you are, right? And not rationalizing. Oh, well, I'm living this way because that's all I know. Okay, that's all you knew up until now. Now you know better. So change it. Right? So I want to just give you a few tips. Like I said, I want to give you guys a few tips that you can use to help you manifest better, right? And here's the thing, right? And this is just our tip Tuesday, right? I'm not getting into the nitty gritty. I'm not getting into all of the things, right? I will get into that. I have a 5-day Heal Yourself challenge coming up in June 21st, and there's an entire day dedicated to clearing your money blocks and helping you become a better manifester, right? So if you want more like how you want to get into like all of the nitty gritty, you can join my challenge. I'll give you the link at the end. But that I'm going to give you some really easy tips to help you right now. But if you want to know more, you can join my Heal Yourself challenge. Also, I will be sending out an email to my email list as well that has a link to a webinar, a little workshop that I did as well called Modern Manifesting. And so if you want the how now, you can access that as well. So I will be sending that out to my email list as well later today. So tip number one, when it comes to manifesting, and I know that all the people that follow me probably already know this, but positivity is key. It's everything, right? And I am not saying that we like that there's not like that life doesn't deal us shitty things all the time, right? We get crappy cards all the time, right? But how you see it determines how it affects you, right? So again, if you want to believe you're going to have a crap day, guess what? You're probably going to have a crap day, right? However, if you show up and go, you know what? I know that any challenge that comes my way today, I can handle with ease and grace. Do you see the difference between going, today's going to be crappy versus I know that whatever challenge maybe comes in front of my desk today, I can handle easily and effortlessly. Do you see the difference? Right? And again, I'm not saying you need to go out and spread love and light and like that's the solution to everything. But when you see your life in a positive way, when you can spin some of the crap, right, it helps you come to a glass half full place, right? Because again, like the glass is the same amount, it's how you perceive it. And that matters. It's the words that you say, it's your thoughts, it's the actions that you take, right? Do you put up and shut up, right? So if you're speaking something and you're acting in a totally different way, guess what? You're out of alignment. Manifestation of what you're trying to bring in is probably going to take a lot longer because you're not going in the same direction. I also kind of want to remind you guys that our life is like a ball of tangled yarn. It really is, right? Some knots are going to be easier to untangle than others, right? But knowing that like, oh, I can shift this belief, right? It's you're untangling that knot and being like, oh, right? Shifting your thoughts and beliefs around money mindset, wealth consciousness, those long held beliefs, that relationship that you have with money, right? When you see these crappy stories and you can change them, you can choose to not believe them anymore, right? Our thoughts are merely habits, right? If you can change any habit, if you can stop biting your nails, if you can stop smoking, if you can stop whatever, eating junk food at midnight, right? if you can change those habits, you can change your thoughts. You can create a habit of positive thinking. You can create a habit of more wealth, of believing that everything is possible for you, right? But again, you got to shift those shitty thoughts. Just saying. Um, so another thing like that's really important is celebrating. Celebrate the wins, those little baby wins, right? Celebrate even the most minute thing, like when you were like, "Oh my God, look at that," and then showing gratitude. Again, gratitude is often overlooked in the abundance process, but it's so key because when you are grateful, right, and when you are joyful, guess what's coming back to you? It's like a big giant funnel for abundance, right? When we have joy in our hearts, right? And again, every day is not super amazing. I get that. But again, when you can shift your thoughts, shift your mindset and not wallow, right? You go, okay, yeah, that was kind of crappy. All right, how can I deal with it? And how can I move forward? How can I make sure that I like take aligned action to move me forward when I approach a speed bump, right? Because that's the other thing. You have to take aligned action, right? If you say, I want to make $1 million and then sit on the couch and eat bonbons, you're going to be eating bonbons for a long time before any $1 million shows up in your house. Seriously, right? You have to take aligned action. So it's again that put up or shut up, right? If you want to create something in your life, you want to bring in a new person, a new relationship, and you go, okay, I want to bring in a new relationship, but I'm not willing to do any effort or work in order to bring that person towards me. Okay, I guess you're going to be alone for a while, right? So just because you put it out there doesn't make it magically happen. You have to do some work, right? Again, clearing all those crappy beliefs, right? And then taking action every single day to make it happen. Baby steps, right? But our choices create our reality, which create our future. So make some good choices. Choices, people, right? So again, those are just some really easy kind of tips, right? Gratitude, finding more joy in your life, shifting your crappy thoughts and beliefs, rewriting those stories, right? Taking aligned action when you need to, right? Those are some really easy ways, right, to get out of living a life filled with scarcity, right? So I want to know, like, share your tips. What tips do you have? And again, if you guys want to know more about how to do this, again, if you want to learn more about how to manifest better, join my free 5-day challenge. You can heal yourself. It's radiantlivinghlc.com/HYC, and you can join. Starts June 21st. It's free. It's 5 days of transformation. It's gonna be crazy good, right? We get it. Day one is intuition and chakras. I'm combining them, right, to give us a little extra day of some Q&A, right? This time around is gonna be a little bit different than the last two times that I've done this. So if you've done it before, it's okay. Do it again. So day one is gonna be intuition and chakras. We're gonna delve in, helping you figure out sort of how you can really tap into your intuition a little bit better, as well as being able to really figure out what the chakra system is and what it means for you. Day two is inner child, right? Wednesday, we're doing a Q&A, so I can help you guys with any questions that you guys may have. Thursday's feminine wounds, and we'll delve very briefly on ancestor wounds. And then day five is money. So Friday is all about money and clearing away the crappy beliefs and blocks that you have. And it's just a crazy good, powerful 5 days of just transformation and change. And it really does open your eyes to a lot of stuff that you're like, holy crap, I did not know that. Because even if you had an amazing childhood, you still carry around inner childhood. So I didn't mean to go off on that random tangent. However, but so share your tips, right? How do you like know that you're manifesting? Like, how do you know? Like, what do you put out to the universe? I want to know. But thank you for being here on Tip Tuesday.